Hey up everyone, how we doing? Welcome back to another live session with Rob from Tech Automotive, doing what we do best on a Sunday evening, is entertaining you guys out there with whatever car questions you have, or detailing, or just general banter and chat. Why not? It's all good fun. It's what I do, it's what I like doing as well. I get to sit here and talk to you fantastic people out there about the things that I am most passionate about, and of course the things that you're most passionate about. So chuck us a comment down in the comment section. We've already got one Facebook user. Hello. Just give permission to StreamYard. Hopefully it's not messing about again. But the link's along the bottom. You just have to do it once, and hopefully it'll let you in. But what's your problems? What's crack? What's going on? Just a quick one. The reason that you have to do this link at the bottom again is because Facebook, for whatever reason, have decided to do some form of an update, shall we say, which has chucked off third-party streaming apps like the one that I'm on now. And you've just got to give it permission again. But if you wouldn't mind, that'd be ace. Thank you again, Facebook user. I know it's rubbish. Follow the link along the bottom, the StreamYard one, and just give it permission to let me see who you are. Otherwise, it's just going to get well confusing seeing Facebook user. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. Mr. Elliott of L's Auto Care, Wales, Bridgend, little village, whatever. Skoda left the factory with problems. He does drive. What is it he drives? Can't remember. Remind me, Elliot, what you drive. Then I can give you grief. Oh, bless. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Couldn't find you on Facebook, those. Well, I don't know what you're on about. I'm here. I'm here, buddy. Here. I drive a Bentley. Yeah, you definitely don't, mate. Even Bentley wouldn't be seen in the south of Wales. So, nice try, buddy. Mr. Watson himself. Hello. Good evening. I've tried to give my head a wobble. As you may tell, I don't sound the best. It's all right, though. I've sucked it up, buttercup. We crack on. Well, good evening, buddy. I've been talking to you most of the day, to be fair. So it's good to see you on the live. Els, okay? 100%. You ain't got a G-Wagon either. It just wouldn't drive, mate. They're just horrendous. Them Mercs are terrible. But you ever worked on one? You ever worked on a G-Wagon? There we go. Skoda's problem. Red check light for coolant pops on. Coolant is at level, most likely dead center. Where can I find that center? On the bottom of the coolant bottle. If you're in a Mark 3 Octavia, buddy, it's actually the coolant bottle itself. It's built in. You'll see. If you open your bonnet, look at your coolant bottle. You'll see where the plug is at the top. And you'll see that the two metal prongs are actually built into your header tank. So it'll be a new header tank, mate, but they're not that expensive. I think I paid 28 quid for mine because I had the silica bag in it. I just fucked it off because it's awful. So about 30 quid, mate. You're all for an header tank. I agree, buddy. The G-Wagons aren't the best. They're horrible to work on as well. Just everything about them. They're just so heavy, big and clunky, and they're just not nice to drive. It's like a terrible version of a Range Rover. I know that's weird to say because they are terrible. But yeah, it's like a worse version of a Range Rover. Morning, Mr. Miller. Good evening, Mr. Miller. How the devil are we? Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're feeling better. Hope everyone's feeling all right and safe and steady. I obviously sound like death. It's not COVID. It's just that time of the year, isn't it? It's all been a bit hectic around here. My boy, he's got an operation tomorrow morning, mega early. If any of you are familiar with Lincolnshire, it's about an hour away, the hospital that he's going to. And obviously he's been a bit niggly because you've got to isolate it for 3 days before you try isolating a 2-year-old for 3 days. Well, anyway, yeah. Rather drive a Defender like a 110. Yeah, I agree with that, mate. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Cosmin. Change your tank. Simple as that. Change your tank. What you'll find is, mate, there'll be some fuzzy crap that's causing issues with the actual sensor inside. It's not uncommon to hear about that. And yeah, change the tank, mate. It's going to save you so much hassle. The new tanks do not come with the silica bag either, so chill. Chill. They don't come with that silica bag, so there's no need to worry that it's hidden somewhere or anything like that. It's not in there. So yeah, grab yourself a new header tank, mate. See what that does. Obviously, I can't really give you too much advice because I can't see it. But yeah, that fault's not uncommon, buddy, at all. So you've got me on Facebook anyway, matey. Just give us a shout, mate. I'll talk you through whatever I need to. Good evening, Ant, a new viewer to the channel. Recently spoke to you. Don't worry, matey. These things take time to build up. I do a split. I do a bit of both. I do mechanics, as that's my day job, and then I do the detailing bits and bobs, sort of as a hobby. It's all good fun. I do really enjoy it. And then I do this in an evening on a Sunday, just to help anyone out there that needs any mechanical advice that can't really openly speak to a techie or anything like that. So that's why I sit here, help you guys out, bring in the general banter. A bit worse for wear today. It's not through alcohol or anything like that. I just generally feel like dog shit. But I love hearing and seeing from you guys, and you all do keep me going this Sunday, or every Sunday, to be fair. So I do really enjoy having you guys here, chatting away to you. It does highlight. It is one of the highlights of my weekend. So thank you very much for everyone for coming. I do, again, really enjoy it. Thank you very much, Facebook user. He should be all right. It's only his tonsils out. But again, with any operation, it's just buggering about in it. But hopefully it's for the best. Poor bugger's had tonsillitis more times than I've had hot dinners, which isn't nice. It's not nice to see either. Thank you, Mr. B. I do appreciate you, matey. You really didn't need to come tonight, though, mate. If I can, I will take your mind off things, cheer you up a little bit. So, fingers crossed. I don't, mate. Elliot, I don't. Honestly, I give you grief on your live, so I totally expect for you to give me grief on my lives. It brings on the fun, mate. I enjoy the comments, and I know we just have general banter, and it's quite funny, to be fair. So rock and roll, buddy, rock and roll. Gonna do a couple of Buffett products soon. Happy days, mate. The Buffett is relatively new to me. And what did I get? I got some Buffett sealant. I'm trying to think now. Buffett sealant, Buffett cherry snow foam. I'm sure I got something else as well. Paul might be able to remind me. He's got better memory than I have. So yeah, Buffett are good. Buffett are good. I'm not 100% on their customer service because it's just non-existent. Which is why I'd rather deal with a reseller, because some detailing companies have fantastic customer service. Some detailing companies couldn't give a shit. You're just a number and some pound notes in a till to some of them. So it does upset me a little bit when I try and show off a company's products, shall we say. I don't do it for free. Sorry, I do it for free, but it costs me money because obviously I buy the products myself. And yeah, it's a bit disappointing when you don't hear back from a detailing company, just a little bit of feedback or something like that. I do hear from Paul quite regularly. I do hear from Molecular. My most recent video, I appreciate I completely cocked up on the camera angle. I did it portrait stupidly. I only realised at the end of the video I ain't going to record it again, so I thought I'd just publish it anyway. If you've not had a look at that, go and have a look. It's Molecular Quick Detailer featuring my boy, who's actually washing his little Tiny Tykes car, sorry, with the new product coming out. So yeah. I definitely didn't text you telling you to stay away, Elliot. I would never do that in a month for Sundays, mate. And I've been talking to you for quite a bit of the day as well. So, not happening, mate. Good. Happy, Mike. Definitely. I mean, my car does regens when it needs to, really. I'm well conscious that when it is doing a regen, I do try and drive on faster roads and go sort of a bit of a different route to make sure it does complete that cycle. Now, the only reason I do that, for any of you guys out there that do have a diesel, do have DPFs, obviously when it's doing a DPF regen, it's up in the revs, dumping more fuel in to get that DPF hotter. Now, if you're cutting the cycle short, turning the engine off mid-cycle and stuff like that, now what tends to happen is there's a lot of diesel in the combustion chambers. There's 4 of them. And that diesel will only go down into the sump. Now, too many failed DPF regens is not only going to knack your DPF and get to a point where you're going to need mechanical intervention, i.e. a diagnostic computer, something like that. It will dilute your oil with diesel. And should that happen, you'll see your oil level rising way above maximum. Should that happen, obviously your diesel's diluting the oil. It's going to cause premature wear on your engine. And by that point, your DPF's probably near enough ram full as well. So just keep on top of that. If you're not 100% sure on your DPF, just keep checking your oil level. One of their basic driver checks that gets quite often overlooked, and it can tell you a lot just checking the oil level. 2 things, it's either going to be right empty, so you're causing damage to your engine, or it's going to be overfull, and you're causing damage to your engine. So it's best to keep an eye on that, and it is basically a very sort of prehistoric way of diagnosing a couple of issues on your car just by looking at your oil level and your coolant level. The basic driver checks, once you've done them, you'll know if there's an issue. Pretty sure you'll know there's an issue. I've definitely never said that either, buddy. She's definitely better looking than you, mate. So, Missy's got a new A1 coming soon. Going to coat the windows with rain repellent. As I think it's a great product. Give it a good 5-stage wash. Whatever you want to do wash-wise, buddy, I would definitely go down the route of giving it as much protection as you can. But it is coming into summer, so protect it away. Some dual flex is absolutely spot on. Have a look at that product. It's fantastic. It does say 6 to 8 weeks length. But that is with a car that doesn't get washed very often. So it's 6 to 8 weeks. But if you're doing maintenance washes on it, I can see that lasting a lot longer because I've had it on 4 or 5 weeks now, and it's still fantastic. So I could see that product lasting a lot longer if you keep on top of the maintenance washes. Febby always get back to you. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm happy. It's always best to, whatever trade you're in, it's always best to find a company that suits your needs and has the good customer service and the basically the teamwork, shall I say, of you need something from them, they need something from you. They're going to help you out, you're going to help them out, that kind of thing. And once you've got one of them companies, stick with them. It's really easy to say, I'll find somewhere cheaper, I'm going to go there. Buy cheap, buy twice. That's always a saying I've always been taught, and I will always stick by it. Price is not everything. I know things are a little bit more expensive now and stuff like that, but you cannot buy experience, and you also cannot buy good customer service. It either is or it isn't. So if you're gonna ditch someone that you've dealt with for ages, or with someone that could do it 5% cheaper or something like that, me personally, I won't do it. Because customer service and the general teamwork of working with another company that's A1 for me. And if price is going to come down to it, I'd much rather have the customer service and knowing that I'm going to get what I want when I want it and what I'm promised, rather than dealing with someone new that just can't be arsed. You're just a number. So that's for me. Customer service is 100% top of my list. Buffett are okay. See, this is Mr. Watson himself, who I'm just talking about. He's got fantastic customer service, and I'd rather deal with Paul all day long. than a million other people, because I know what I'm going to get from Paul. I know he's got the expertise. I know he knows what he's doing. And he's just generally a grumpy detailer. But he's my grumpy detailer. That's what he is. But like he says, Buffett are okay. Customer service, it's not fantastic. I'm not going to slate it because I've never heard from them. Albeit I've posted a load of stuff for theirs. He's changing from Buffett to Molecular. Now, Molecular are another smaller detailing company, shall I say. But the customer service is A1. And I presume it's a lot different for Paul, because he has to obviously order the products from them to sell in his shop. So he has to work a lot closer to them than I do. But I know every time I post a video that's got anything to do with Molecular in, they'll watch it, they'll like it, they'll comment, they'll do whatever. But that's the kind of customer service that I like. And hopefully you guys out there do too. Cosmin, new mods for the mirror. I'll read it properly. New mods for... Sorry. New mods for the Scots. Mirror, sequential turn signals all the way. Subwoofer wiring kit to put in next week. Happy days, mate. If you do want to ever film something, if you think it's cool, film it. Film it. By all means, film it, buddy. And if you do want something like that on the channel, just film a little how to, if it's not on the channel. And if you want me to post it up, mate, I'm sure other people want to see these little modifications and bits and bobs like that. So, happy days. If you want to do that, mate, feel free to let us know. For YouTube videos, what do you reckon? Portrait or landscape recording? Oh, landscape all day long. Portrait is terrible. And reference the video I posted up yesterday, I was well annoyed. I forgot totally that I had my camera in my hand the wrong way, because TikTok, when you film for them, is only portrait. YouTube is better landscape. You get a lot more view, a lot more depth, a lot more things going on. Portrait, and if you've got a widescreen TV or just a general bigger TV, portrait will shave off like most of it, and you've just got a little shitty bit in the middle. It's crap, to be fair. So landscape all day long. For me, yeah, like El says, landscape all the way. Cosmin, I want to put a VRS spoiler on the Skoda, Rob. What do you recommend? Amazon or OEM? OEM, mate. OEM. If you're going to be sticking anything to your bumper, particularly if you're going to be drilling holes through your bumper, OEM, and please, please, please follow the instructions and treat bare metal. That is one Achilles heel of the Volkswagen group, man. If you do not treat the metal, that's going to rot. That is going to rot. Mark IIs, the VRSs had an issue with lack of peel and also rot around the spoiler and the reg plate lights. For any of you guys out there that had a Mark II VRS or Mark II.5, that happened. There was a lot of concerns for reg plate lights corroding around the sides, and obviously the spoiler issue. So yeah, just treat any bare metal, whatever you do. Mr. B's, Els have had a mental week without going into details and been on orange warning for 3 days. Bit of a sleazy bum time with more pressing issues to do. Squeaky bum time. It's up to Mike if he wants to talk to you guys or anyone that messages him on here outside of the live. I'm not going to broadcast what's gone off. If he wants to tell you, we'll do. Mike's got a Mark II facelift, 1.6 Octavia. What's the law here for straight pipe exhaust? Will I have any issues? Right, to be fair, mate, I'm an MOT tester, so I have to give you it straight. I mean, don't be chopping any boxes out. And if you are chopping boxes out, just make it so you can fit the original exhaust pieces back on, if that makes sense. MOT testers do not like straight pipes. If it comes with a box air from factory, it needs to have a box air from MOT. I'm bound by the rules to tell you this. Whether I agree with them or not, it's by the by. As an MOT tester, unfortunately, matey, I'm going to have to tell you to keep it as factory as you can. And if you're not going to do that, again, like I say, make it so you can bolt the parts you take off back on easily enough for your MOT. Mr. B's 1616. I like dual flex. Yeah, man, definitely dual flex. Paul introduced me to that, and my eyes have been opened to dual flex. I've only used it the once on my car, and my God, I will be using it again. There's so very little product with big results. So you only put 5 mil in a snow foam lance with, I think it's 250 mil of water. Do a big size car. It does my Octavia easily. Fantastic product, still going strong. It actually does better than the rain repellent for glass. So I barely have to use my wipers in the rain because it just runs off. It's fantastic stuff. So Dual Flex all the way. If any of you guys are interested in some of the products I'm talking about, just go and visit Valeting Supplies online, and Paul will be more than happy to help you out with anything I've spoken about tonight, as he knows it all, and yeah, he loves stuff like this. So feel free to give Paul a message either on Facebook, on here now, or over on his website. He's more than happy to help out. Pressure sensors are common on them. On what, mate? On the Mark 2s or the Mark 3s, buddy? L's only sensor I've got differential pressure. Yeah, differential pressure sensor. If that's what you're on about, Elliot, is common on all the VAG group stuff. Diesels, it's terrible. More to the point, even the most modern diesel engines that we do are still struggling with that DPF pressure sensor. Now, they were made by a weird name company. I'm trying to think now off the top of my head. Can't remember the name. And unfortunately, they were no good. So, as a technical bulletin, there was for, I can't remember, I think it was 2018 vehicle, so well out of warranty. It was to straight swap the DPF pressure sensor for the new Bosch one. There is also a Delphi sensor that's good, but it's the original one. I cannot remember. It might be Sandon. Sandon's in my head for some reason. But yeah, they can't make differential pressure sensors for shit. And NOx sensors on the more recent engines, including the Tuaregs, are made by Continental. They should definitely stick to making tyres, as the NOx sensors are shocking, basically. Yeah, so the DPF pressure sensor, no problem. And for the vids on YouTube, landscape, and over a couple of minutes if you want to get features unlocked. Yeah, some of the things that I have learned along the way, me and Mike doing Tech Automotive, is longer videos with great content. Evolve the audience as much as you can, and that's going to get you to your goal a lot faster. Paul, going back to the guy that was talking about coatings, what it's worth, have a look at Valet Pro 24, does what it says. And funny enough, he does stock it. So there you go. Valet Pro 24 is like a ceramic, a proper ceramic. Nearly all ceramics do say do it in a temperature controlled inside environment, all that. Again, going back to what I was on about earlier, experience over anything daft like that is my forte in life. So if someone with a million years experience is saying you can do it this way, happy days, I'll go with that. Just like if I was teaching someone how to fix a car, I would go with experience over anything, any instructions, because we fit parts daily, we diagnose faults daily. Elliot will know this. Sometimes you'll get to a car, you'll see a fault, and your gut instinct is, I know what that is. I've just got to prove it. And if you were to just attend a car like me, with the years' experience I've got a rough idea. And if you're a fresh out of college textbook techie, you may struggle just a touch. Honestly, experience is massive in whether you're doing detailing, techie, anything like that. In whatever industry, experience is huge. So if it's an alley pipe with boxes on, we'll be fine. I think the bolting on part for the MOT is too much of an headache. Can't really give you any other advice, but it's the DVSA don't like / want / endorse / anything else like that, anything touching on the emissions side. And there seems to be more and more things every day about modifying cars. I don't know too much about it at the minute because they've not really set anything in stone. They are going to clamp down on that massively. So just be wary, mate. If you're going to spend thousands of pounds on an exhaust, you always do run that risk of it failing the MOT. I haven't got a mug this week yet. My good lady wife will make me a drink, bless her, when she gets downstairs from putting my son to bed. So I did see the GTI Cup behind my head. We'll see what the cup is over the week when she comes down, bless her. Customer refused to pay me. Call out the other day because it only took me 5 minutes to diagnose the top mount. Not my fault. I've done it 1,000%. And I was diag simple. There'd be no debate there. You're not paying for. There was a story I read, and this was a few years ago, and it made total sense. It was basically a boat fault. It was an engine fault on a boat, and they couldn't get this boat running. They had loads and loads of boat engineers out. They couldn't get it to run or do anything like that. They spent millions on parts and this, that, and the other. Still couldn't get it to run. Last one they called out was an old chap who literally took his hammer, tapped in the right place, and gave him a bill. Again, experience is huge. It's not having the hammer to tap. It's not having the millions of pounds to throw parts at the thing. It's knowing where to tap. Once you know where to tap, i.e. experience, that is what we should get paid for in this industry. We shouldn't get paid for guessing. We shouldn't get paid just for fitting parts. The experience should be massive. And I mean, the wages do not reflect the experience in the motor trade at all. At all. Yeah, experience is huge. So, hope you sorted that out, Elliot, and got what you deserve, mate. Outrageous. So, guys, it's Sunday evening. I'm not at work tomorrow, which is normally a good thing. Seeing as I'm dad taxi tomorrow, it's not so much a good thing. But it's for the best. So, yeah. Yeah, totally, Mike. Seen a post that says you don't pay for a 30-second fix. You pay for the many hours of training knowledge going. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You don't owe me for the time it took me to do the job. You owe me for the time it took me to learn how to do the job as fast as I did do the job. Lots of sayings get banded around in all trades, I guess. But yeah, just people just really, really, really devalue the trades by always having that one mate that can do it cheaper. And like I said earlier in the live, one saying that will always stick to me is buy cheap, buy twice. That's what I'm going to go with, because I've seen it happen so many times. Everyone's always got that one mate that can fit tyres, that can fit brakes and all that. Strangely enough, 95% of the time, that car does arrive back on a recovery truck. Simple as that. Simple as that. We had a chap last week that's tried to clean his own valves on his GTR. I did put a video up on the YouTube channel of some coked up valves. Anyway, he tried to clean them himself. He got a wire brush, and poked it through his inlet holes on his engine to obviously gain access to the inlet valves, and just scraped crap out of his inlet valves, and didn't actually get any of the carbon out of his engine, just pushed it further in. Yeah. He started that up. Big bits of carbon inside the engine. Started that up, and that's done more damage than anything, really. So, again, if you want to save a couple of quid, I totally understand. Times are hard, things are expensive, stuff like that. But it's all about knowing where to save that money, because now that's just cost him a lot more than the original quote would have done to actually get his car up and running fine. Experience again, guys. That must be the theme of this week's live, experience. And again, I know I'm fairly well experienced in the motor trade, but if it comes to something I'm not experienced in, plumbing, electrics, detailing, I will always ask the person. And if it's above what I think I'm comfortable with, I will get that other person to do it. As simple as that. I mean, I know there's loads of sayings like be a man, change your plug sockets and stuff like that. It's all good and well until you're like you're frying against the live because you've just grabbed hold of the wrong wire, or you've not isolated it, or you've got water pissing out in your face and it's destroying your house because you thought you were Billy Big Bollocks saving a couple of quid. Yeah, I will. As I say, I know my depths, and I won't go out of that old comfort zone. Not worth it. 100%, Paul. Buy cheap, buy twice. The second time is twice as expensive. 100%. Yeah. Be very, very wary of aftermarket stuff like that. Aftermarket sensors, mate, are no go for me. I mean, you're welcome to try, and it might well work out for you. But again, anything sensor-wise, it ain't worth it, man. You're saving a couple of quid. You have to wait for 100 years for Autodoc to actually send them to you. Plus, you may incur in import tax and stuff like that because Autodoc are not based in the UK. Just bear that one in mind. It may be, if it's over a certain amount of value, I don't know. Just bear that one in mind. And again, aftermarket sensors, I have had nothing but bad luck with aftermarket sensors, so I won't bother, mate. You're only saving 15 quid just doing that. So I'd rather just give you the best advice I can and tell you just to get it for the genuine DOE. Yeah, totally. Almost most products have an instruction. Please read what they say. They don't put it in there for the fun of it. And likely so, with Paul and his detailing products, they've always got an instruction on the back. That seems to be a massive issue in the motor trade as well. The brands do spend lots of time, lots of effort, and also lots of money printing out a manual that they stuff in the glove box. Have a read of that if you've got an issue. 9 times out of 10, a lot of it is down to reading the manual. There is a saying in the motor trade, RTFM. That is literally read the manual. A lot of the stuff that you need to know, guys, is in there, particularly with the more modern cars. Purely for the fact that you've got so many options and bits and bobs like that. A lot of it's printed in the manufacturer. Oh my god, in the manual. A lot of it's printed in the manual. Things like resetting TPMS lights, doing a lot of stuff on the infotainment systems, which you need more than anything on the new Golf 8s, the ID3s, 4s, and buzzes. It's all coming, guys. It's all written there for you as well. UK motor factors. I can't read tonight, guys. I do apologise. We'll post free of charge most of the time. Autodoc, I'm sure, have a hefty postage. Again, with what Mike's saying, I believe there's a lot of things I've read online about Autodoc chucking on some nasty import. Well, it's not Autodoc themselves, but yeah, there's import tax and all that rubbish being chucked onto it. Same with Super Skoda. It's not based in the UK, so people are buying parts on there really cheap, thinking they're getting a good deal. As soon as it gets to customs in the UK, bang, have a big bill slapped onto it. So it's not great. Mr. Auto Care, brake disc fitting instructions say do this, run out when fitting new disc. Yeah, me and you had this conversation, didn't we, Elliot? Although it makes no sense to someone that's experienced in the trade, it will highlight the fact of if you had brake judder before you fitted new discs on, that it was the discs that were the issue. If you're doing a run out test on brand new discs and the gauge is doing that, it's more than likely a deeper fault. So fitting new discs will cure your issue for a week or so, and it'll go back to shaking like a shitting dog. That's why they advise doing runouts on new discs. That's going to, again, highlight any other faults. Part in motion, we'll have a coolant tank. If you can wait a few weeks, I'll have a 10% discount code. If it was a more expensive part, I'd totally be waiting and stuff like that. But honestly, from a dealer, it's really not that expensive. And if you go to Horton Skoda, they have their own shop online. That's Horton Skoda Lincoln. You will get they send it out to you as well. So have a chat with Matt or Matt from Horton Skoda. They'll sort you out ahead of tank and also post it out to you as well. Obviously in the UK, they're not going to post anywhere other than the UK. So guys, usually I would say we'll dive onto TikTok tonight. I don't think my voice is going to last that long. We'll carry on YouTube. We've got a good bit of banter going on here. And then that'll be me for this evening. And then obviously we're back to normal. Well, I say normal. It's Easter Sunday next week. So it will be on Saturday. My live will be on Saturday. But in exciting news, me and Darren the Hairy Housewife detailing channel, will be making a trip. So we are leaving the comforts of our home studios and our home cars and all that. And unfortunately for Paul, we are descending on Paul at Valeting Supplies Online HQ for shenanigans, filming, meet and greets, whatever you like. We'll be down at Valeting HQ in Suffolk. So if you want to know more about that, jump on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's all over because hopefully it's going to be fantastic. So me and Darren have got some filming to do with Paul, showing off some products, bits and bobs like that. We're going to obviously meet Paul in the flesh, see his shop, see his valeting bay, see his workshop, which I'm really, really excited for. So yeah, it's a couple of hours journey, but well worth it. So stay tuned for little snippets on Friday. There will be some full-length videos coming out, but little snippets, thank you, Princess, for what we're getting up to. So definitely look on the socials for that. So that's me. I'm Darren, the Hairy Housewife, and obviously Paul, who is known as KP Valeting Services on Instagram. Keep an eye on that. You'll see pictures. You will see pictures. Have a good evening, Mike. Thanks for coming along, matey. Chin up, buddy. And yeah, you will see us at Valeting Supplies HQ. There will be pictures, videos, snippets, all that good fun. So I might even be able to chuck in a couple of lives or two. Obviously, it won't be Q&As. There'll be just little bits of live of us piss-arsing about down south. So keep tuned for that. It's going to be good. Parts in Motion is where I got mine, in the shed. Unsure if I'll use it as a mechanic to fish out, or as a mechanic to fish out silica. Yeah, so if it's there's two versions of the header tanks with silica bags in. One, the silica bag's really easy to get to, and you can just get an hook in there, pull it out. And the other one sandwiched in between the cavity, which is a lot worse. So if it does say Mitt Silicat on the bottom, right on the front, can't miss it. Then it's got a silica bag in it somewhere. So don't always take it for granted if you can't see it, that it's been removed, because it might not have been. I know mine has in my Octavia, because I removed it myself. There is a video on my TikTok as well of me removing a silica bag from a T-Rock, I think it was. T-Rock diesel. So if you want to know how to do it, jump on over to the TikTok channel and you'll see my little video. It might be on YouTube, I can't remember. Cup of the evening, superhero dad. I need to get more cups, guys. I need to get more cups. Definitely need to get more cups. Oh, bring my voice back. It's all good, guys. So we're in a break in the comments. We're still going strong. Mine's inside. You can feel it. Yeah, get that out straight away. Hook. Valeting Supplies HQ is all ready and waiting. There we go. So Paul's had to sort out. He's done what he needed to do. I've got a banner and bits and bobs like that to take down with me. Exciting stuff, guys. So I'm quite buzzing about it. Darren is as well. Unfortunately, he's not here this evening. He's obviously just recovering from COVID. But he's all right now. Bless him, he's all right. He's just feeling a bit worse for wear. So it's all good. It's all good. We just need everyone healthy and safe, ready for Friday shenanigans. Caught up the comments. Yay, go me. So Paul, in his infinite wisdom earlier, was talking to me because I told him I had man flu, and we had a good chat about man flu, and he said his sympathy to me was, you best sort yourself out for your life. What's your thoughts on big brake upgrades? don't just go nuts and do a big brake upgrade if you're still running your standard engine. It's pointless. End of the day, if you're running standard, what's the point? It's been designed at the factory to have the brakes on that it's got. Obviously, if you're tuning it, remapping it, going way out of its standard factory tolerances, then yeah, I'd agree. Bigger brakes are going to dissipate the heat a lot better. They're going to help you stop a bit better. They're all going to cost a lot of money. But yeah, only if you're going for power and just general more performance out of your car would I have bigger brakes. If you're standard, it's pointless. Unless you're driving like a knob, then it's still pointless. So I'm all for it if there's a reason for it. I wouldn't just go slapping big brakes on cars because sometimes it's just, you could be pootling along in your tiny little Fabia and you've got Audi TT brakes on it and you touch the brake pedal and it basically shoots your face through the windscreen. Yeah, so as long as it warrants it, yeah, big brake upgrade's a one for me, but it's got to warrant it. Mr. Watson, we have a surprise for you. I hate surprises. I'm no good at surprises. I'm like a child at Christmas. I will go looking. Obviously, I can't go looking. He's here. He's made it. Sorry, can't stick around. Been rushing around sorting some bits for reveal tomorrow. So Darren is probably going to reveal himself all over the internet. Take from that what you will. But this is Mr. Darren that I will be down at Valiant Supplies headquarters with on Friday. So give him a quick hello because he's dashing out the door. Go and check him out on Instagram because he will be revealing something. Keep it clean. And then, yeah, you'll see him on Friday. So massive hello to Darren. Me and Baz were chatting about this earlier, and if they actually increase braking power on a standard mass cylinder, yeah, it's going to cause issues, isn't it? It's almost like you can put it down to if you're going to remap a car without putting any extra part or better, stronger parts on it, such as injectors, turbos, exhausts, you're going to put more strain on a standard part. Simple as. You are going to put more strain. And with that is going to come big bills, loads of time that your car's off the road. So, yeah, if you're going to start modifying things, you're going to have to think of the other things it affects as well. Not just a case of, oh, I'm going to slap big brakes on this. Oh, I'm going to stick a stage 4 remap on my car, but I've got standard injection, standard turbo, standard induction kit, that kind of thing. It's just crap. It's just crap. So definitely think about the other components involved of tuning a car rather than just going, yes, big brakes, massive air induction kit, standard everything else. There's a reason that they have standard air filters. If you start opening them up, putting Ram air kits on them and that, and they're running a standard map, you're going to find your engine light on more than anything, and it uses a hell of a lot more fuel than it would set up properly. Where do you stand on using G12 if you take out a silica bag? Yeah, fine. I'm more of a G13 Evo fan because that is the most modern coolant there. I wouldn't be mixing G12 and G13. Like I say, the most up to date is G13 Evo coolant. But I'm not going to tell you not to use G12 because G12's been around longer than I have in the trade, really. And it has done previous engines absolutely fine. But again, I will only fit G13 Evo into any car that I deal with now. That's me. Is Darren launching his OnlyFans? Probably. You'll have to wait for his reveal tomorrow. Obviously, don't watch it while there's children in the room, just in case Darren is creating his own OnlyFans. Big reveal. You just don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I like big reveals. Has anyone else got any big reveals? I don't mean reveal yourself to me either. But any big reveals, any big news, anything coming along in the pipelines, let me know. We'll have a chat about it. Obviously, don't tell me too much, but it's a big reveal. Anyone getting married? New jobs? Going on holiday? Oh, like that, big reveal. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, see? Elliot, big reveal. He's too boring. You're not too boring because look. Oh, there it is. So Elliot of Els Auto Care, Bridge End, South Wales. Boring, load of crap. All that. He's launching his own merchandise for his Els Auto Care, which I will be getting a t-shirt because it's fantastic. And he has got his own saying. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Elliot's not going to tell you what it is. You should go over to his TikTok, watch a handful of his videos, or YouTube, and see if you can work it out. See if you can work it out. It's really obvious. It's really, really obvious. So, yeah, do that. Do that. Go and watch Elliot's TikTok. I'm trying to work out how he's saying. 10 tech automotive points for each person that guesses it. Mr. Watson's got a big reveal coming. It's not piles, is it? I don't know if I can handle that today. Do not know if I can handle that today. We'll see. You have proper blue eyes. Thank you, Elliot. That's almost a bit. You're coming on to me. Are they? Are they that blue? Must be the light. No, I have. To be fair, I have got really blue eyes. I always have had. I've got really long eyelashes as well. I know my boy's got them. He's done really well. Really long eyelashes. My youngest daughter has as well, but the oldest one hasn't. Strange. So Paul's not got piles. Thank God for that. So that's not Paul's big reveal. We'll have to find out what Paul's big reveal is. I like big reveals. We can talk about big reveals. Yeah, those eyes are sexy. Leave your wife for me. Did you hear that? Yeah. Do you know who that is? Elliot. That's Elliot. He wants me to leave you for him. Won't be able to handle you. Yeah, did you hear that? You would not be able to handle me. And I can't handle receding foreheads, either receding airlines either. So unfortunately, mate, for that reason, I'm out. Dragon's Den. Yeah, to be fair, I've always had big blue eyes. It's quite irritating because everyone comments on them, and they really long eyelashes as well. I can get rid of them, not. There you go. They're not so blue now. There we go. We'll go back blue again. I will have to wait until Friday. We'll be updating Facebook in the week. Oh, how mysterious. So, guys, if you want to know what Paul's on about, go and have a look at Valeting Supplies Limited Facebook page. If you don't know where to look, have a look on Tech Automotive's Facebook page. You'll see it. Go and have a look because you keep up with the latest that Paul's got going on, including his deals. So if you're into cleaning cars or buying machinery or tools or anything like that, go and check him out because he sells it all. Sells it all. Baz's missus was more than willing to give him up for me. Don't know what to say, mate. You Welsh. Something wrong with you. Good evening, Mr. Conlin. How the devil are we? It's a bit longer on YouTube tonight. Normally, I've escaped YouTube and I'm sat here singing at TikTok at the minute. But we're doing an hour long on YouTube tonight purely because I just have not got the mental capacity this evening to sit and stare at TikToks. It happens a lot faster than YouTube. It's mental, but yeah, I don't want to risk that tonight. Honestly, it's very intense. TikTok is. So we've got YouTube until the 8 o'clock. So I'm nursing this brew to death. So we're on about big reveal, Steve. So if you've got any big news in the pipeline that you can tell us all about, go for it. We've already discussed Paul's got something coming, and he's going to update Facebook in a week. So if you're not aware, Paul is Mr. Valeting Supplies Online. Go and have a look at his Facebook and Instagram and all that jazz. If not, have a look at the Tech Automotive one because I share most of his stuff. He's got big news coming. Elliot of L's Auto Care, if you have a look in the comments, you'll see him. He'll probably comment in a second. He's got merchandise coming in a week or so. So he is a mobile mechanic in South Wales. Doesn't speak Welsh because none of them do. He's got merch coming, so that's his big news. My big news is the Tech Automotive is going on the road, and we are going to be down on Friday at Valeting Supplies HQ for filming, not just with me and Paul. There will be Darren, the Hairy Housewife detailing channel, again, YouTube, will be down there also. So it should be fun. There should be plenty of content being sent out on all platforms. So if you're on any of them, Instagram, TikTok, social media, all that, or I don't know, YouTube, honestly, it'll be everywhere. So you'll know about it. So that's a big reveal. So have you got any big news for us, matey? That's essentially where I'm going there. We've got 10 minutes left of the live. Let's go out with a bang. And yeah, get to see me on the screen. There, look. I think the missus got Harry Potter on. Yep. I don't know how I feel about that. She already made me sit through one of the films today. Yeah, but it's the first one now. Oh, you can't watch them backwards. Well, it was the order that it was on the TV. So we watched the last film earlier, not by choice, and now she's got the first film on. Help me out here, guys. I don't know how I feel. Paul likes Harry Potter. Good. Paul's a grumpy detailer, though. You're grumpy as well. Elliot likes Harry Potter. He says Harry Potter's life. But he's Welsh, so he don't have an opinion. I'll be in Wales on the 10th of August, mate. So you're going to have to come see me, I think. Oh, so Steve's big reveal is not so good. He's not got an OnlyFans or anything like that. He's getting the water pump replaced on his Octavia this Tuesday, which doesn't matter whether it's petrol or diesel. It ain't cheap. And his is petrol. So it's the thermostat housing and water pump in one go at the front of the engine, directly under the inlet manifold. I've done a few of them. I've got them down to a nice time now. They're not horrendous. They're just a bit fiddly. And as he said in the comments, £600 to have his water pump done. It's absolutely soul destroying. But I know the part's not cheap. It's more labour though. That's the only thing. I think book time's somewhat silly, like 5 or 6 hours. Absolutely ridiculous. So that's Steve's big reveal. Not good news in this case. Paul's only grumpy with me. He probably means it as well. He probably means it as well. It's fine. It's fine. He's a grumpy detailer. Roll with it, mate. Roll with it. That's all I'm going to say. Roll with it. I've still got this brew going, though, guys. I'm really struggling tonight. Feels like I've swallowed razor blades. It's not COVID. It's not COVID. Oh, turn the dryer on. It's next to the dryer. I've got a little toolkit here. What do you reckon to this, guys? This is an absolute godsend. That don't help, does it? That don't help. There you go. So it's like a mini screwdriver set that's got every different shape possible. You know when you get a kid's toy and they always want the batteries replacing it, or they never come with batteries, and it's got some weird design screw to get out. That's what I bought that for. It was like a £5 off eBay, but it's got me out of so much crap with kids' toys. Unreal. So get one of them bought. A little tool set. Anyone want a co-op dividend voucher? 10%. Use me by Easter Monday, so there's still time. It is Easter on Sunday, guys. So a week today. Hopefully you're all going to be in chocolate comas. I probably won't be, but like I said earlier, we will be here Saturday and not Sunday next week for obvious reasons. So Saturday, 7 o'clock, not Sunday. Easter Sunday. We'll all have a break. We'll all be like in a food coma by tea time. So yeah, it's fine. I've had an interesting day. People not reading instructions. I wonder why things go wrong with their flex. To be fair, mate, I have seen more than enough posts about this flex being wrong, being shit, being not very good. I followed the instructions exactly how they are on the bottle and the packet. Fantastic. Fantastic. So there's obviously something they're doing wrong, or they're not cleaning the bottle out correctly, and they're using the same bottle for snow foam. They're not quite cleaning it out correctly, and it's diluting it down with snow foam, or, as you're well aware, TFR in your snow foam lines. Don't do that, guys. If you're TFR in your car, one, have a slap for TFR in your car, and two, don't run anything through your snow foam lines. It shouldn't go through your snow foam lines. You'll knack your snow foam lines, and you won't have the results you think you're going to get. So, read the instructions. If it doesn't say out about putting it for a snow foam lance, it's not designed to go for a snow foam lance. Paul, obviously running his own business, has to deal with a lot of phone calls of people that are upset with products, and 99.9% of it is not reading the instructions. Us blokes are absolute pains in the arses for not wanting to read instructions, and I'm guilty of it myself. Flat pack furniture, I won't read the instructions, so I'm absolutely fuming. And then even then, I don't want to. But if you want something to work, how it's described and how it's shown, follow the instructions. Dual Flex is a massive one, as Paul said. It's huge. It's a fantastic product. It's so easy to get wrong. Follow the instructions. Can't get it wrong. Can't get it wrong. And he probably answers the question more than I do. I do with mechanics. People who have had a go at fixing the car themselves will come to me and say, this has gone wrong. Well, did you do this? No, I didn't think I had to. That's exactly what Paul's getting at. Read the instructions. Honestly, it'll save you so much time. You might just pick them out of the box and bin them straight away, but they've all got little nuggets of information. Even if it's not how to fit something like brakes, it'll tell you how to bed them in so you don't kill them. Little nuggets of information, guys, that are going to help you massively and save you money. So the sensor is good. It's losing coolant somewhere. There's no leak underneath the car. What do you say? It's throwing it. No, don't go balls out firing the parts cannon, matey. Don't think it's coming out the exhaust just because it's not on the under tray. If it's coming from the water pump, there's lots of layers it's got to get through to actually leak onto the floor. So you have padding that goes underneath the sump, or across the sump, sorry. That's a big foam mat that hoovers up any kind of fluids. So it could just be leaking into there to start with. And then directly underneath that, on your under tray, you've got, again, some sound deadening. Really absorbent. So it's going to take a lot of coolant to get through the sump cover and your under tray before it actually reveals itself on the floor. So don't always go off face value, because if it is a water pump, which is well known to leak on Octavia, sorry, could be that just leaking down the side of the block ever so slowly, but it's causing your coolant to drop. Not putting water with flex. You cannot just stick flex straight onto a car. Can't do it. Bin those people off, Paul. It's a Sunday. Yeah, well, it's got the right idea. Bin them off. Don't need that crap. Underneath the engine is clean and dry. Is that with undercut? Is that with the under tray off or the under tray on, buddy? Most of the times with water pumps leaks, you can't actually see what's going on until you've got the auxiliary bolt off, crank pulley off, bottom cover off, and then you can see what's going on, because it does not show very well at all. It just ends up going in that sound editing. Seeing it loads. And there's a couple of videos on the YouTube channel of that happening. So have a look first. Like I say, mate, you've got me on Facebook, so if you do need any help or want to send me any pictures about that, do it. I'm always available for help. although I do work full time, and obviously I am at the hospital tomorrow and doing loads of driving. So if you don't hear from me straight away, that's why. Don't mind buying coolant every 2 months. It's cheap. Just don't want to break the car. The undertray, yeah. Take the undertray off, mate. You'll see a lot more, and it might become really, really obvious as to what's gone on. A lot of sound deadening to get through. Right, guys, it is the hour mark. It is just before 8 o'clock. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for coming along. It's been awesome. I love chatting to you guys every Sunday. Just a reminder, Friday's filming day down at Suffolk. Stay tuned for that. Saturday is where the live is next week. Saturday, 7 o'clock. And then we can all enjoy Easter Sunday, get into food comas, and have great fun. So, happy Easter, even though I'm here next Saturday. Have a great week. Stay safe. Thank you very much for coming along. Love you lotsies. Bye-bye.